Alright guys, I'm back with another video today. I'm here with a 97 Chrysler LHS, and it is probably the best car you can buy for 500 bucks.
Alright, so when you get into the interior of this car, you have a very nice leather wrapped steering wheel. You have a direction screen along with temperature of the outside. You have a power moonroof. You have full leather interior, as you can see. You have climate control with the screen, and it's got working AC and heat. You have a very nice 6 CD player. You do have a disc area, and then you go storage wise, you have a huge glove box. You have a nice good size center console, very padded leather. The pad on the door is nice. You got some wood accent trim. You have traction control, you have stability control, you have 4-wheel ABS, you have power locks, you have 4 power windows, you have power mirrors, and then it drives great. So let's take it for a drive and see how it does. Alright, so for the Chrysler LHS, it's just got a basic 97 key fob, automatic trunk, and lock and unlock. Let's go for a drive. Alright, so setting off in the Chrysler LHS, the first thing you notice in this kind of bumpy-ish parking lot is it's very comfortable in here. Another thing, you have great visibility out of every single window on this thing. There's almost no blind spots. The only one you have is when you're backing up. You can't see anything out the back window body-wise, or out of the side mirrors, so you just kind of have to guess there, but not a big deal. This thing has great visibility. It's pretty nice. Up front, you have a V6. I believe it's a 3.8 liter. Correct me if I'm wrong. It does good. It's got enough power for the car, and it gets pretty good fuel economy. The person that owns this vehicle says that they average around 25 combined, which is pretty good for a car this age. Alright, so this thing's got 147,000 miles on it, and it doesn't feel like it. The person who owned it before me, they have had it, they put thousands of miles on it, and they haven't had any sort of mechanical issue with the car whatsoever. All it is just keep up on scheduled maintenance, and this thing has lasted them a really long time. Another thing, there is no squeaks or rattles in here really. These seats are really comfortable. You really fit in them nice. They're pretty loose, but they're extremely comfortable. Alright, so the cost to own one of these things is actually really cheap. The person that owns this got this about 5 years ago for only 500 bucks. So imagine how this thing would be even cheaper than that now. The insurance with PLPD is less than $50 a month. It's just under, and I mean the car's was less than 500 bucks. So very cheap to own. With the amount of miles that they drive every week, they're filling up maybe once every 6 days, putting about 200 and some miles on for the trip. So it's very nice. I'm on this kind of bendy road here, and one thing you notice while taking a turn is it's very floaty, which adds to the comfort of the vehicle. I have no complaints on this. Alright, well, due to the age of this vehicle, there are some obvious drawbacks to it. The steering wheel up top is starting to deteriorate a little bit. The leather's kind of coming off. You can start to see the black of the actual steering wheel. The center console does a little bit of a shake. Like I can sit here and wiggle it about ½ inch back and forth. When you press on certain things, it will squeak, but when you're driving, there's no squeaks or rattles. I mean, every button works still. The horn still works fine. The AC, it's really cold. I actually had to turn it down. fit in there, and I could take somebody else and fit in there with me just fine. It is a huge trunk. I don't know why back then big boats like this just had huge trunks, but it's very nice if you need it. One last thing I'd like to touch on is the sound system in this thing. I believe it's got a 8-speaker sound system. It does the job pretty nicely. Everything's still pretty clear. It's just a little bit underpowered. You kind of have to turn it up a little bit to get real loudness out of it. But beyond that, it's great. Alright, so this pretty much concludes the video here. Hope you guys found this informative, and hopefully it helps some people out that actually need a car for $500 or less bucks. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Take care.